Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking through all of the books that I have identified for my July TBR. Now, this month I am not going to be doing a card deck chooses my TBR because I have a bunch of books that I bought in the month of June, and then I have really tried to hit a lot of the books that are currently on my bookshelf. I want to try to read them, and I feel like if I have more choices or I am more free to choose whatever I want, I feel like I read more books. So for the month of July, we're going to be just picking and choosing from my physical TBR. In addition to, I have some that are on my Kindle that I do want to read that are not on my physical TBR. So we're going to be talking through all the books that I'm kind of eyeing. I'm not going to say that I'm going to read every one of these books. It's just these are the ones that I'm kind of thinking about and are really interesting me. So let's talk through the physical books first, and then we'll go through what I already have downloaded on my Kindle, and we will talk about those as well. So the first book that I have is The Mistake. This is book 2, I believe, of the on-campus series. Let me double check. Yes. So I have already read The Deal a few months ago, and I really just want to try to knock out that series, and I saw that I had this at my Target and decided to pick it up. So we're planning on reading The Mistake. And then we have Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I saw this at the used bookstore, and I just love the cover art, and the title just kind of got me, and I'm so excited. I've never read anything by Alicia Thompson before, and I'm super excited. It looks really interesting. It has on the cover, "Can True Love Survive Her True Crime Obsession?" And we love listening and reading about true crime, so we're gonna be trying to knock this one out this month as well. And I do have to finish this book. So I ended up getting Bless Your Heart because I was watching Olivia read the latte, and she got this copy from, I believe, her library and raved about it. And I decided I have to pick it up. So put a hold on it, and it finally came ready for me to pick up. So we're going to be reading this also in the month of July. Summer Romance. I've never read anything by Annabelle Monaghan before, but I have heard such good reviews about this book, and I'm super excited because this seems to be talking about a woman, like a mom who has some kids and having to deal with, life of being a mom and relationships and all that kind of stuff. So it sounds really interesting and something that I could potentially kind of relate to a little bit, because I do have 2 kids and I am a wife. I think this story is her husband left, so she doesn't have a spouse, but I'm super excited. I've heard such good reviews about this, and I can't wait to read this as well. Love Unwritten. This is the new release by Lauren Asher. This is book 2 of the Lakefront Billionaires series. This is a chunker. I love romance books that are large because you really get to kind of get a feel for the characters, but this is over 500 pages, close to 600 pages, so I'm kind of concerned that I'm going to get bored potentially, because I think romances, you need to have enough in the book to really fall in love with characters and understand them, why they're the way that they are, and their relationship, and all of that kind of stuff. So you need enough to give that type of feeling so that the reader can kind of love these characters as much as the characters love each other. But I feel at some point sometimes books just get too long, and I feel like I'm scared this is going to be one of those. I really did enjoy the first book. I think I ended up giving it 4.5 or 4.75. It wasn't a 5-star, but it was really, really, really close. And I feel like that one was a little bit smaller than this, and I'm concerned. So this is single dad, and he has the son, who I actually really did enjoy in the first book because he did show up in Love Redesigned. And I did like the son in the book when he came into play with the first book. But I don't know. It's single dad, it's got nanny, and it's them going on vacation together. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited though. Hopefully this is going to be a great book, but I'm really concerned by how thick it is. And then we are going to do a reread of Magnolia Parks because I went ahead and I bought all of the Magnolia Parks universe up to this point. And I have read Magnolia Parks a while ago, but I think I want to kind of do like I did with Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, where I read one of the books every single month so I can try to knock it out. So I think I'm going to do that starting in July. So I'm going to pick up Magnolia Parks again so I can kind of refresh myself with the characters like Magnolia and BJ, and then there's Julian, and there's some other characters that I don't really remember off the top of my head, but we're going to be starting the Magnolia Parks series, and hopefully I'll just do one book a month, so we would get done with the Magnolia universe in November. So excited about this one. And then I'm super excited about this. This is Ali Hazelwood's most recent book. I've heard this is super spicy, and I've really liked all of the books that I've read by her so far, to include Bride. It was not a 5-star, but it still was really good, and I enjoyed it. There was the knots that I don't really know. I have unsure feelings about, but other than that, I really enjoyed the book. So I'm super excited to pick up Not in Love. I've heard this is a super spicy book, so excited to read Ali Hazelwood's next book. And then I'm finally going to try to finish the Divine Rivals duology. So I'm going to hopefully start and finish Ruthless Vows. This is the Owl Crate Special Edition. It is very heavy. I have this on Kindle, so I'll probably be reading it that way because this has some weight to it, but I do want to finish Ruthless Vows so I can get that duology complete. And that is going to be all of the physical books that I have that are on my bookshelf that I want to try to knock out. Now, for my Kindle Unlimited books that I currently have downloaded, I have several that I'm very excited to read, and I think I'm going to kind of use those because I have a lot of dark romance is what I'm going to be talking about next, and I have a lot of fluffy romance here. So I think I'm going to do fluffy romance and then dark romance and kind of go back and forth because I get kind of burnt out when I read all dark romance or all fluffy romance. So we're going to kind of alternate between dark and fluffy. So some of the books that I have downloaded that I want to read is, I am finally wanting to read How Does It Feel? Now, this is the Infatuated Fae book 1, and I can't remember what her name is, but I follow her on TikTok, and she like became famous by how much she loved this book. And from what I'm gathering, there's people who either really, 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 really love this book or do not love this book. So I want to read it because I want to get an idea of which way I'm going to be, whether I'm going to love or hate this book. So I do want to pick up How Does It Feel? And then I have Hawk by Tessie Hall, whatever. But I saw this one because I saw another TikTok and people were raving about like their favorite book boyfriends, and Hawk was one of them. So I know nothing about this book. I've never read anything about this author. So I don't know. TikTok decided that I needed to read Hawk. And then one of the other dark romances that I have is Her Soul to Take. This is one that I heard Larry really enjoyed, I think. It is a demon romance. Like, he is a demon. So never read anything like that before. So I'm excited to get my thoughts on whether I like that book. And then I also have downloaded The Lies, which is book 1 of a series, and it's by, who is that by? Monty J. The Lies by Monty J. I'll have whatever it is on top of my screen. But I did want to read that because I've heard the series is really good. It's not like a 5-star series, but it is something that I downloaded and I would be interested to read. And then the last book that I have are the Sophie Lark, I think it's, yeah, The Sinner's Duet, There Are No Saints. So I do want to read that, and I'm excited because I do like Sophie Lark's books. I have read quite a few of hers, and I'm excited to pick that one up. So So those are all of the books that I have planned on reading in the month of July. Hopefully I'll be able to get all of them done. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we're going to try to finish as many as I possibly can. I am so excited for some of these books that I see in front of me. I cannot wait to dive into them and get to reading them and seeing if any of these are 5 stars. I'm really hoping that at least 2 are going to be 5 stars this month. I'm not sure. I haven't given a 5 star in a while. There's been really close books that got really close to 5 star but just didn't get there, and so I'm really hoping that one of these are going to be a 5 star or more. Crossing fingers that I would love to be able to say that at least 2 of them are 5 stars, but we will see. But with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you do so. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see everybody in my next video. Bye!